Alright, hello and welcome everybody back to another episode of Heroes of the Storm A to Z. Once again, and as always, my name is Conman, and today we are checking out Jaina the Frost Mage.
Sounds interesting.
This is, for those playing the exciting home game, this is the third time I'm trying to record this. The first two times I had trouble with my internet and my computer and everything went to crap. So hopefully the third time is a charm. So Jaina, Frost Mage, as the name implies, high damage, super bursty assassin, ranged spellcaster, ability damage, low health, low mobility, but when she can unload and hit all her targets with all her spells, crap ton of damage all in one shot. If you haven't already seen this, definitely I recommend you check out the Carbot animation for Hero Storm for Jaina the Frost Mage. Go ahead and pause this and look that up right now because it's like 2 minutes long and it's hysterical, and it basically sums up Jaina in a nutshell. Excuse me, definitely worth your viewing time. So let's talk about Jaina. If you played World of Warcraft and you played a mage at all, and you played a Frost Mage, you were terrible because Fire Mages were the way to go. Just a little bias there. But Jaina's kit will fall in, will be familiar with you. So let's take a peek at her trait. First off, she has her trait is where a lot of her damage comes up. Frostbite. So whenever she does ability damage, her opponents, her heroes, yeah, they'll actually all of her opponents, not just heroes. It does work on mercenaries and minions as well. They will be slowed by 25%, and any further ability damage is amplified, so they take 50% more damage for it. So it's gonna look something like this. So we'll hit. There you go. You can see it's got the little slow on it right there, which is the little snowflake icon. I couldn't think of. And now you get bonus damage. So that's what Jaina can do. And I toggle cooldown, so you're not going to do quite that much damage, but. So what she provides, it's that slow is her only. It's by the way, it's only ability damage, so auto attacks don't do anything. But that slow is her only form of crowd control. That's all she gets. It's her only CC. She doesn't get any stuns. She can, at level 10, with one of her ultimates, get a root. If you can land it, it's not guaranteed. But otherwise she gets no CC. So the bane of Jaina's existence it's going to be, and we can probably talk about this a little bit later, but it's going to be hero divey kind of heroes that can get in past her, past her front line and target her. She does have low health, so she will go down pretty quickly. She does have a low cast range for some of her abilities. We'll chat about it. So she does have to put herself in danger in order to cast things. So positioning with her is going to be very, very, very important. Tracer causes problems because even with the slow, she still has high mobility, can teleport around. It'll be very difficult to hit with spells. Is there any stealther? Zeratul, Valera, Samaro, Nova is a pain in the ass. Like any of those people. Illidan can be annoying because he can dive in and auto attack very quickly. Butcher makes me sad because he charges in and has the stun and then he hits you right away. And that's, bad news. So aside from that, we'll kind of go back to that in a second. Let's talk at the abilities. First off is Frostbolt. It is only a 4-second cooldown, so low cooldown, 30 seconds or 30 mana cost. You deal a solid chunk of damage. 417 at level 20 is nothing to sneeze at. 625 once they're chilled, which is pretty nice if you can land that. So that's pretty great. It does have. You do have to make sure you aim it. It's kind of easy to miss. Like that landed. That's probably going to miss. Oh, I lied. Here we go. So you got to make sure you land it. But this is going to be the primary source of her poke. It's got a longer range than her auto attack, so you can kind of fire it up. It does have a travel range, a travel. It's not an instant, so this hero in theory could have rolled out of this or dodged out of this and not gotten hit. Her next ability is Blizzard. Super long cooldown, 15-second cooldown with this, 90 mana cost. Jaina especially in the early game, is going to struggle with mana. Like she is kind of a mana hog. Her spells cost a bunch of mana. This one in particular, but it looks something like this. Enemies can see this. It's got this circle here, and you just ice shards will fall from the sky in 3 waves. It will hit. The first one will chill them, and then there you go. 2 and 3 will do a bunch of damage. So if somehow you can hit an enemy in all 3 of this, you're going to do a solid amount of damage. If somebody gets rooted or stunned somehow, it's not likely you're going to be able to get a hero to stand in that for all 3, barring special circumstances. but if you can, it's a lot of damage. This is her primary wave clear. You can, I don't think we've got any minions coming. Let's take a look at the minions here. I'll show you. This is your primary wave clear. So she's actually pretty, she can actually clear waves pretty quickly if they're grouped up. So we'll just look at this group of minions right here, and then it's going to do bonus damage. And there we go. So just like that, and we can pick off Arthas just for the hell of it. So just like that, if that wave was just a little more grouped up, she would have cleared that out the entire thing right away. So you can clear out waves pretty quickly, so you can rotate up and down lanes and do good work with that. You do have to be careful, however, because 15-second cooldown, so if you do lose that, if you do blew that cooldown, like that's it until it comes back up. So it does kind of leave you vulnerable. It's got to be careful. Her last ability is Cone of Cold, which is this here. Kind of short range. I think it's... Let's go up here. You can hit it from auto attack range, but not much further out. I mean, I don't think you can't really go much further out before you can still land this. Does a solid chunk of damage. Actually does more damage than Frostbolt straight away, and it does it in AoE, so it will hit everything that it runs into, as you might expect based on the tooltip little kind of indicator here. So the trick with Jaina is to be able to line your abilities up. Obviously, if you can get them chilled, and then you can do a crap ton of damage just like that. I mean, that's without anything special, without any talents or anything like that. At level 21, I mean, that's the whole rotation. Not necessarily in the order that I did it, but we're looking at, almost 2,600. It was actually more than 2,600. Sorry, 2,600 damage at level 21. That's pretty damn good. There are, once you get your abilities and talents, it will do better. So you're gonna want to get Jaina, people to pair her with. She's kind of how do I describe it? I have a love-hate relationship with her. She was the first hero that I started really playing when I got into the game. It was her and Murden. She was the assassin, the ranged one, because I was a mage in WoW for so long, and Murden was the other. But I did well with her. I got her up to level 9, and then I kind of stopped playing her. When I go back and play her now, I'm not the greatest. I feel like I don't play her correctly. I get myself killed too much. I put myself in danger. I tend to have an overly aggressive playstyle, which may or may not suit her depending on your team. But when I play against her, I just, even though I know how to counter her, I get my ass handed to me quite often, so it can be a little bit troublesome. She definitely needs people to be a frontline. She needs some CC to kind of help her set up her abilities. Let's take a peek at the ultimates. First ultimate, so again, if you were a mage, you play Frost Mage at all, this one will look familiar. Water Elemental. It does exactly what you expect. It just kind of pops out, and it shoots pew-pews at the enemy. Those pew-pews will chill them. As you can see, that's bonus damage. I don't think the Water Elemental does bonus damage based on being chilled. Let's find out, actually. I'm curious. You can retarget it, so I can make this thing move around. If you press R again, I can have it attack a different target. Yeah, it doesn't do chill damage, which is fine. And it's got a 20-second cooldown, so as long as it doesn't get killed, although its health bar is kind of small, it'll just keep going. It'll, chase whoever you want it to, and do what it needs to do. I don't. This is more of a quick match ability. The reason being, in a coordinated environment, like in a team league, in a hero league, I think people are going to be able to burst this down pretty quickly. I think they can avoid it. They do what they need to do to mitigate the damage. It's more of a quick match kind of thing. In hero league, in team league, in a draft mode, in unranked draft, even if you're in a more coordinated environment, or even if you're quick matching with like group of your friends, something like that, you're probably more than likely
choose a talent.
Going to end up here with Ring of Frost. So Ring of Frost looks something like this. Now I don't even know what the pick rates are right now. I'd have to check HOTSlogs. I would be shocked if Ring of Frost is not significantly picked more often than Water Elemental. So Ring of Frost, it drops a ring in this big circle after about 1.5 seconds, I believe it is. Yep, 1.5 seconds. It kind of blows up. It does a ton of damage. You see that? 735 level 22. And it roots enemies for 3 seconds. So it looks something like this. Boom, it chills straight away, so you can follow up with more damage.
If you're sure.
And anybody who walks through this circle while it's still around, they won't get rooted, but they will get chilled, and so that's just more bonus damage. So you could conceivably, like, this is just, I don't know what talents I bothered to take, but it looks something like this. There's just one of every spell and that's a full rotation. Now that's almost 4,000 damage, and imagine while this is going on, the opponent has been rooted, they've been slowed, maybe there's more than one of them in this circle, and you could, this is where like the wombo combo action comes from. You get a bunch of people in Ring of Frost, they all get rooted, you throw Blizzard on them, you throw a Cone of Cold on them, you throw in a Frostbolt, your team follows up, and then suddenly everyone has been deleted, and it's quite fun, as a matter of fact. It does require coordination. It definitely requires coordination. Also, here's something to keep in mind with Jaina that I don't think not everyone necessarily knows. It's not obvious based on the tooltip. I didn't even realize this with her for the longest time. If you don't play as her, you may not realize it. So look at the targeting indicator here. Now it's yellow. Here, okay, it's green. I'm going to hit him. If I put him in the middle, nothing happens. So if you're getting, when you throw this down, you do want to make sure that the enemies are going to end up in the ring. If you're being targeted by Jaina, you could just stand in the middle and you won't take any damage. You still will get slowed and chilled if you walk through the ring, unless you have a way around it, some sort of dive ability or dash or what, teleport or something to go past it. But you actually won't take any damage. Actually, I hit him there. But you actually won't take any damage if you're dead smack in the middle. You won't get rooted, you won't take the damage, and you're probably going to be in some trouble if your team gets caught other than you, but just gotta be careful about it. So anyway, long story short, when casting it, keep in mind you don't want to do it smack in the middle. You kind of want to put them where it's going to hit them when it expires. So it does take a second and a half. So if the enemy is running forward after about a second and a half, they'll probably end up in this ring. So, you kind of want to time your ability, but it's just something that isn't plainly obvious. I mean, if I go Blizzard, everybody will get hit dead center, so you might think that this should count, and it doesn't quite work that way unless you take the upgrade at level 20. And the upgrade at level 20, since we're talking about it, looks something like this. It'll hit the outside, and then after 3 seconds, it will then explode in the inside. For the same effect. So if you miss the initial one and they're kind of sticking around and fighting in the middle, all of a sudden there we go, and it does the same thing. You could, in theory, you could actually do something like this if you get them just right. There you go. You hit them on the edge. They're rooted. They can't go away, and then they hit them. They get hit again. There is some leeway between the root and the second explosion, but the timing is pretty close, and that's a ton of damage straight away. So that's Ring of Frost. I think that's the more. I think it's the better talent overall, depending on what you're playing. Again, Quickmatchy, you can kind of get away with Water Elemental. I think in a ranked and a more organized environment, Ring of Frost will probably be the way that you want to go. Let's take a quick peek at just go through some of the talents that I usually go through that I think are valuable. Level 1, Deep Chill, just increase the slow from 25 to 30%, so more slow equals more of all the things that happen when you get slowed. Great. Lingering Chill. This is what I normally pick, increases the duration of chill from 4 seconds to 6 seconds. So just people are slowed longer, people will take more damage longer. From your abilities, you have better, longer to follow up, I should say, longer to kind of hit all the combos. The slow is, being longer is also great. Also keep in mind, if I take this, your cooldown of Frostbolt is 4 seconds. My cooldowns are up. My cooldown of Frostbolt is 4 seconds, so by the time, if I'm still in the area doing whatever, by the time Frostbolt is up, I can still I have 2 seconds to fire it off again and still get the chill bonus on Frostbolt. So that's pretty nice as well. Level 4, if you are facing a lot of auto attack heroes, like an Illidan, for example, or even a Tracer or anything like this, enemies that attack you get chilled, which is great, and every 10 seconds you get a 50 armor. Physical armor kind of block stack. The block is what it is. It's not the greatest thing in the world. I mean, a lot of heroes are just going to go through that pretty quickly. I mean, Illidan will shred through that right away. Tracer will shed through that right away, for example, with the fast attacks. But the important part is when they attack you, they're going to get slowed. They're going to get chilled, which means if somebody comes up and attacks you, not only do they get the chill effect, but then you can kind of follow up with your abilities and kind of do bonus damage straight away. The alternative, if you want to go kind of Q build and more pokey and kind of play it more pew pew, so to speak, Frost Shards will look something like this, where it will pierce. The first one at least, you could conceivably hit 2 people with your Frostbolt, so something like that. So extra damage for this. Level 7, I usually take Frostbitten. Increases the damage bonus of Frostbite from 50 to 65%. So it just does extra bonus damage to chill targets. You see now that's doing 773 on the chill, which is pretty nice. And that's kind of what she's about. She's all about dropping as much damage in a row as possible. Ring of Frost is straightforward. But keep in mind here, now that I took the Frostbitten talent, do one of these, one of everything, and just kaboom. Like, that's just, again, you may not hit all 3 of those blizzards, but that's ridiculous. I mean, that would have killed me. If that was me, if that was an enemy Jaina, I would be dead. That's going to kill a lot of squishies. That'll do a crap ton of damage to a tank. I mean, it's just, it sets you up. Again, you got to hit it all. You got to have your cooldowns up. 10-second cooldown on Cone of Cold, 15 on Blizzard. You know, without your cooldowns, you are very, very, very vulnerable, very fragile. So got to be careful. Level 13. So you got Ice Barrier, which will look something like this. As you do damage, you get a shield. It's gonna last for 4 seconds. I think it only works when you do damage to chilled people. When Jaina does, yeah, increased damage, I believe. So only when you do that chill damage. If you're consistently landing that chill damage, you'll get shields, which is basically like free health if you're in the middle of the fray. You know, it doesn't last all that long. You can refresh it by continuing to do the damage. I believe this. Not that you're going to be able to stack damage like I am with the cooldowns going, but I'm pretty sure this shield will just last forever. So you could conceivably just ping somebody with Frostbolt forever, and you'll just you'll have an infinite shield until it runs out. So it's like free health. It only lasts 4 seconds, and then it all goes away. You got to build it up again. But it's something to consider if you're, if you need that extra little oomph. Sometimes Stormfront can be helpful. Increase the cast range of Blizzard. Actually, like Blizzard by itself, like you really need to drop it. Like right, there you go, just like that. So that's where you need to go. You don't really have a whole lot of room between here and the enemy. I mean, they can jump in on you pretty quick, so Stormfront will, kind of pop that out to here, which is much, much safer way to cast it. Also very good, very powerful if you're into this. Icy Veins. Activate it, it'll lower the mana cost by 50%, which is pretty good. I think the important part is for 5 seconds it will refresh all of your cooldowns. So you kind of toggle Icy Veins and unload and everything, and it turns this into a 5-second cooldown because they refresh 3 times as fast. So this turns into a 5-second cooldown, or just about, depending on the timing. This will get refreshed in half the time, or actually, third of the time. So this is only going to be like 3 seconds or so. 3 point whatever it is. I'm not going to math it. It will be much quicker. So, it's good for unloading on a burst and then kind of running away and then coming right back, full cooldowns again. Level 16. We've got Northern Exposure, which is pretty solid. It's usually what I take. Enemies damaged by Cone of Cold have their armor lowered, and this is armor across the board. This is going to stack with your chill effect. So, for example, if I just get them chilled right here and then unload, all right, that's 578, which is pretty nice. And that's going to be 773, but if I do this, alright, now that's 722, and that's, I think it actually had run out. There we go, 967 on that. So, and this not only is going to affect your chill, it's any damage that your team is doing. It's going to lower their armor by 25 for 2 seconds, which could be pretty big. Level 20, we already talked about Cold Snap in the center. For your, if you do go the elemental, you increase the cast range. You do kind of mimic the abilities for 50% damage, which can be nice. It's a little clunky to use. I kind of recommend either going Ice Block if you have, it's kind of like an oh shit button. Hopefully maybe your team can kind of save you at the last minute. It's a stasis. It'll protect you from things. If you've got a Pyroblast coming towards you, yeah, that'll be great. That'll save your bacon, triple tap, precision strike, just some big money shot that's about to hit you. You can stasis, hopefully save yourself, or if you're in the middle of a team fight and taking damage, getting focused, you can stasis. Also, it will chill everybody as soon as you pop out, so you can kind of pop out and then immediately do one of these, and you can cancel it early, as you can see. So if you really need to, you can kind of toggle it real fast and just instantly chill somebody. You also have to be careful not to toggle it too soon by spamming it. There is about a half second before when you toggle it before when you can cancel it. And the other possible is Arcane Power. Activate to instantly restore 400 mana and increase spell power by 15%, which is pretty nice, just extra bursty. I don't know how much mana, I usually don't have mana trouble in the later levels, probably because I get myself killed too much, so that's kind of a free mana refresh. But, if you're running into it, it could be something to consider. So once again, you do have to watch out for the people that can dive in on you. You know, lots of Genji, because Genji's a problem because he can kind of dive in and then he can deflect through your whatchamacallit, through your spells.
I'm here to help.
So let's take a look. So we're gonna play. We got some Tempest Regalia skin, which again, as a mage player, I was super fond of. You know, she can do really well on maps with, you know, a lot of wave clear. Like Tomb of the Spider Queen is probably one of her best maps because she can just chew through all of the little stuff here. Alright, so this is a pretty solid composition. We've got Diva for a bruiser, Valera, Probrius for some zone control, and we do have a support. Let's see where we end up. And we're going to go to Infernal Shrines. Infernal Shrines is solid. She can wipe out the Guardians pretty quickly. Enemy team is a 4-stack. They could be tough. So there's a stealther right here. Zul'jin can do a lot of damage very, very quickly. Varian can be, yeah, this could be tough for Jaina because Varian can dive in and deflect. The new Alarak is really, really strong. If we let him stay alive, we've got to make sure we kill him. This could be interesting. I'm kind of curious how this works out. They don't have any hard. Neither team really has any hard stealth reveal. Maybe Probius, if he takes the Mineral Talent at level 1, can reveal Samaro, but they don't have any hard stealth reveal that I can think of. So maybe that will work out in our favor in terms of Valera. The levels we've got in loot, that Lucio is only level 24, so maybe he'll just extend too far and get himself killed. One can hope. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to take the extra chill. I think it will work out okay.
To bring balance to this realm.
Good feeling about this. However I can help.
Let's head out here to the middle because that seems to be the trend that we like to do. Yeah, Probius looks like he's going to go top. I'm fine with that. Let him set up shop up top and get a head start on pushing that wave up there.
Hope you're ready, because we start in 10 seconds.
My plan will be to go middle and kind of cycle between top and bottom lane depending on what's going on. Drop some blizzards on minions. Just get ourselves some XP and see what we can do. Stay near my team as I need to. I do have to watch out for Samaro. He can be sneaky. I don't want to get caught out. Hopefully this team will be okay with this. There's Alarak. Yeah, see a lot of damage there. And now, with all my cooldowns blown, look at that. See, with all my cooldowns blown, I'm just kind of standing around. There's really not a whole hell of a lot that I can do. It looks like Probius came down this way. I mean, I did do a chunk of damage there. It wasn't enough for a kill, but once the cooldowns are gone, it's just kind of like, Also, good job, team, for that.
Sounds good.
Alright. I'm going to ping the team, let them know I'm going to go down here. There we go. Here comes Alarak. He missed, thankfully. And I missed, so there we go. We are... That was awful. That was a great trade. We just missed all the things. Okay. So we did get a kill. They got a kill. I do have to watch out for that. See, I tried to cast Blizzard, and that the cast range is also much shorter than I usually anticipate. Got to be careful about that. Also, look at the mana. I'm already almost dead in terms of mana. Got to be careful. I'm going to cycle up here. I guess we're okay. Let's come back down. We're going to have another wave coming up in a second.
On the way. Reinforced my hand.
There's a little extra chill. Can we get him? He's probably going to get away. I don't think. Oh, just got him with the Frost Bolt just in time. So that's pretty sweet. So he'll be back by the time this respawns, but that's still pretty sweet to kill him. I'm happy about that. Given that they've got a lot of physical armor, a lot of physical attacks with Varian and the Samaro, I'm going to go Frost Armor here. Let's do something like that. Yeah, see, immediately he gets chilled, and I'm going to cycle out here.
I'll take care of it.
Is that the actual Samaro? Because, no, it can't be. If it is, then he's silly. Yeah, that's what I thought.
This isn't your day.
I'm out of mana. Look at this. I'm out of mana right here. I'm going to hang out here for a moment. I'm going to poke this guy for a health globe. And we're going to drop a blizzard all up in this. And see what we can do. That's a Samaro. And I don't know what happened there with my There's my Cone of Cold. I didn't think it hit anything. I'm not sure if I just targeted it. Gotta be careful because I have no mana. I have enough for one spell. I think we'll still get this. I'm trying. We're gonna go like that. There we go. We do get it. I'm gonna back off now because I have no mana whatsoever.
I must flee. Hold the line, friend.
Not the cleanest fight in the world. What I am going to do as well, I'm going to cycle up to the top, let them play with the Punisher. The first Punisher is always kind of eh, and unless you've killed all the team and you've got a really hard push, you know, you're fine, I think, personally, in that first Punisher. Yeah, that was just... Alright, some damage there.
This isn't your day. I've got a good feeling about this.
I want that globe, thanks very much. There we go. Now they're still all bottom, at least most of them. I see Samaro down there. He's the only one I can't see. I can just hang out here, get some action up on this here tower. I will take the tower. I'll have to back off after this, just because I imagine Varian is going to come up. I am going to drop the Blizzard on the minion wave though, and basically clear the minion wave out. And that's now I just cost them. I gotta back off here. Here comes what I was expecting. Now see what I did there? I basically cost them a minion wave worth of experience because I pushed it up to the towers. Not only did I kill the tower and get some experience, but they didn't kill that minion wave and they didn't get any experience. So that is a deficit for them. And now we've got a talent lead and an experience lead to go with it. Do have to watch out for Zul'jin. He can kill me pretty quickly. He has the range to do it. We're just going to go drop this and stand back again. That's just, now it's last hit for all of that, so that's just sweet XP for me. I imagine he might still be there. Oh. Little bush check.
I'll take care of it.
How about another bush check? Anybody there? Nobody there. Alright, so there's a bunch of them. Alarak is on the bottom. So I'm kind of just free to do what I need to do up here again. We're going to get a bunch of damage on this. The chilled, I don't think I mentioned this, the chilled works against structures. I totally forgot to mention that before. I'm going to back off now because I would like to push more. Yeah, there we go. If you can come toward me, I don't think I'm going to get the kill. But that's what I want to do. Make him, cast it behind me, force him to walk through that in order to get to me. I didn't back off quite early enough, but as soon as I saw that the objective was up here, I knew the enemy team was going to be coming my way. So my team is doing a good job for me. There's Samaro right here. I don't know if you can see the shimmer. He's sneaking up on... Oh, I missed that. I guess we're just going to come here. If we're going to fight away from the objective, I will just stand around and kill all the Guardians. That's fine with me, too. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's come down here. Throw one of these out. I'll hit you. I'm going to back off now because the team's coming back. Now we're... Oh, I hit the minion. Damn it. Yeah, see, there's a Lucio right there. That was... He's lucky he didn't get killed. He walked right into the wrong spot. I think a better played Lucio would not have done that. Gotta go Ring of Frost. That's a no-brainer, I think, with this team. This team's doing actually very well for me. Trying to save a little bit of mana here. Here's the mana trouble I'm talking about. It doesn't take much for Jaina to be low in mana. We're going to get this easily. Even if they charge in, I'll just Blizzard and we'll get the last couple. There we go. Alright, so we have our 10s. We should be pushing here. So now here we should be pushing because we have... They're down 1. Our full team is here. Diva looks like she's going to go around the back. But we have our 10s. So we have our ultimates. And that's a huge power spike for us. Like, we can just go like this. See, Varian's going to protect most through that, and that's unfortunate. I'm just gonna drop a blizzard on this and back off.
Fort destroyed.
Now that was well done.
No! Our Punisher has been felled.
Have some of this. I'm gonna get killed if I stick around here. I do have to bail, unfortunately.
2 at once.
I have no mana. Like, I can't do anything.
3, 4. Oh,
Wow.
man.
That's
You
hysterical.
got all 5. That is so awesome.
That's hysterical. Also, that's the Lily announcer, which is great. I am shocked that we lived through that. The team was all over that one. That's fantastic. Let's get another one. Let's do this. I'm gonna go here. They're gonna respawn. Let's get this camp. I don't know if I can take this camp by myself. We're gonna find out. Totally worth the trade. Yeah, I was down with that. He's coming to me? Okay.
I'll take care of it. This isn't your day.
There we go. Let's get some shots into here.
I hate resorting to violence.
Fantastic.
Sounds good.
They are middle.
She's a talent.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go like that. The shields might be useful. I kind of like the ability to stand back just a little bit against this team. Varian can charge in on me and be troublesome. Did he took taunt, so that could be bad.
Prepare to activate.
Zul'jin at range is bad news. Let's go in and grab this health globe and back off. And again, see, look at all that XP. All that XP from those minions, it's gonna like face plant into the towers. They're not gonna get any of it. I'm gonna get a head start over here. There's 3 of them there. I don't know where 4 and 5 are. One of them is dead. Alarak is dead. So that's most of the team.
All right with me. You forced my hand.
They may just give us this. We've got a 3. Yeah, we're gonna roll right here so far. We got a 3-level lead. They could come in here, but it would be silly of them. Now that Probius is set up, they may try to engage. Here we go. If they do, I'm gonna unload Frost, Ring of Frost.
Sounds good.
Here we go.
I'm gonna miss everybody. So that was a thing that happened. I think that's the real Samaro. Yep, there it is.
A frozen Punisher has
So not a complete loss there. I completely mistimed that Ring of Frost, but we did get one. I don't know if you saw, it had the unrevealable little thing pop up afterwards, so that would have been a kill. Here we go. Again, we should be pushing. Now we have 3 levels up. We have another talent advantage. They do have their 10s, but we're still just super... Whoops. There's Alarak. Gotta be careful. There's a Frostbolt. Do some damage there. Gonna stand back while my cooldowns refresh. We'll auto-attack this fort. We'll drop.
our Punisher has
That's gonna kill. Oh, he's gonna get away.
forces.
Nice follow.
Nice. Slow you down.
Sounds good.
You can chase me if you want, but you have to go through Blizzard. So that's the kind of cutoff point where I don't. That's one where defensive Blizzard, I don't expect to hit it, but if they chase me, they'll have to walk through it and take damage. I'm just gonna tag this well. I'm gonna cycle down here and see if I can do this. I don't know where they are, so this is a little bit risky. I'm gonna miss most of that Blizzard, and I'm gonna back off because I see Samaro. So this camp is up at 22 seconds, so this might be fun to stick around here just for a little bit. Let's help out Probius in the meantime. Alright. So this is turning into one of those games that's just a complete stomp. I'm fine with it from my perspective, but they're not always like that. The 2 games that I tried to do before were the opposite of this. We were just getting our butt kicked. I didn't realize that was the real one.
Take care of it. Not half.
Let's do Northern Exposure. You are all going to get exploded. Yep. Slow. And slow.
Down.
Oh, Lily. Oh, that's funny.
A shrine is gathering.
And everybody blows up. Yep. So now we're gonna have Mercs going by the time this starts. So Alarak's still alive. Zul'jin's down. Zul'jin will be alive as this spawns, so he could be conceivably on his way. Let's drop this in here and make them back off. There's a bunch of damage. Look at that burst damage right there. Between a Cone of Cold, I didn't even hit him with the Blizzard. Between a Cone of Cold and the Frostbolt, I damn near killed Alarak straight away. And Valyria may even pick this off. Nope, she's gonna get found out.
Activate the shrine. Do not let our enemy claim the Punisher's power.
I missed my Frostbolt on Varian there, unfortunately, but I did chase them away. Now it's 3-level lead. We were just rolling.
I'll take care of it.
Probius is going to do work here. I'm not even going to bother with my casting spells. Going to save the mana. We should be pushing with this. This is up. We probably could get this, but I guess we'll leave it. Yep, there we go.
Punisher, fire move.
This, at the rate this is going, this may be a game. This has the potential at the rate that this game has been going. I mean, it probably normally wouldn't be in a regular game. There's a bunch of damage to you. I will wait until my abilities come back up, and then if they're in this area, I'm gonna Ring of Frost again. I don't think I can hit them. Let's break this gate so I can do it. There we go. Come on, guys, go group up for me, will you? There we go. This is perfect. Come on.
Here we go.
Varian just protected himself through all of that, which is very disappointing. Yeah, there it goes.
Our Punisher.
Lucio is just, he's gonna be dead. Yeah. Oh, I missed the Frostbolt.
Untouchable.
Valyria picks it off. Oh, hello, team.
It's so cool when they explode.
Oh, I walked into that. I thought that was our team. Oh no. I totally thought that was our team. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna back off. We're still up 2 levels. They're now tied in talents. We're up in 2 levels. We've killed a fort. Our team's gonna back off. They've got the right idea. Let's go Hearth and get the Mercs and just put more pressure on them. Now he should be careful. He should be careful. It's a 4-on-2 at the moment. One of them is down here, as you can see. 2 of them are down here, as you can see. So maybe he's going to be in good shape. I don't know where Samaro is. Map awareness is very important. Always look to see, who's alive, who's visible. Here's Samaro, so he could conceivably come down here, but it doesn't look like he's going to. I'm going to respawn, and I'm going to go help out Diva, who doesn't even really need the help, but I'm going to help her out anyway. There we go.
All right with me.
Alright, so here's some Mercs. All the Merc camps. Okay, so I bet you they're going to make a beeline for that camp. Now here's Lucio out all by himself. Did not quite hit that. Yep, they went for that Merc camp. They did get it. Let's do one of these. You're all going to get stuck there. I kind of unloaded my spells a little too soon. Team was not there to follow up, but that's one of those not the best times to burn that. You're going to get slowed. Am I going to hit you? I am going to hit you. I'll hit you some more. Let's see. Didn't kill Alarak, but I certainly did have to chase him away. He is... I still think we're going to be in good shape. I'm just going to do like this and kill, mostly kill those mercenaries. Now this is my fault here, because I wasted so much time, and now I just lost my damn mount. Because I wasted so much time, my team, they've actually caught up in level. As you see, it's at 19 to 18. There is the comeback capability here, and the team is outnumbered, so let's go help them out. Well-timed shield by Lucio. I missed my Frostbolt because I'm awful. I missed my damn Cone of Cold because I'm awful. I will get the Blizzard on Varian, however, after I get killed. I just missed all my spells. But that should have been 2 kills in our favor, and I missed. Oof. Charism, gotta be careful. Yep. That counter strike from Alarak is no joke. We are most likely going to lose this objective, which won't be the end of the world. But look at this, just like this. This is how the tables turn when you get a little cocky, you get a little aggressive. You hope that the advantage that you've built up will pay off in the end. But they're right back. We're gonna get 21st, but they are not far behind us. Hopefully, here's what I'm looking at right here. We've got 3 catapults. We've got a bunch of minions that are coming to the core. They're gonna get this. Probably. They're gonna have to push. I'm gonna go Ice Block, I think. Yeah. We get another catapult coming up. Okay, they got this. So they're gonna push a little bit, but at least one of them is gonna have to back off and defend this core. Otherwise, those catapults are gonna. There you go. There's Varian. So Varian had to bail out to go take care of those. So now they're down one, and there's Samaro. So we'll kill the Punisher. We may lose the keep, or may lose the fort. Look at that. We actually barely. I'm gonna get frozen here. Look out. We actually barely lost any damage to that fort. So we did a pretty solid job. Now we're gonna see if we can gank Samaro, who's down here with Varian. They're focusing on this fort.
Let's see how you like this.
Got him. He's gonna get away. He is gonna get away. That's fine though. We'll chase him away. We got a merc camp. They got a merc camp. Oh man, that's too bad. I thought that was us. Let's head down to the bottom one.
Let's bring in some mercs.
Yeah, Diva's got the right idea. I'm hoping somebody's gonna come and help me out here. Here we go. We're gonna get this without too much trouble. And I see Valera over here, so let's go help out. Yeah, they're going for this camp. We're gonna get that camp, but they're gonna need some help. Hi, team. Oh, you're all dead. I ice blocked for reasons that I don't actually know. Man, that was the wrong time to ice block. I could have used it right there. They have been pretty on point. The Varian has been on point with the protects when I dropped the Ring of Frost, and even that one right there, friggin' Lucio is hitting the shields at the right time, which is too bad. I inadvertently hit Ice Block way too soon. I kind of got nervous and I toggled it. I could have totally Ice Blocked through most of that ult from Samaro, and maybe stayed alive, or at least gotten some spells off afterwards. So they've got, here we go, so we're going to lose a fort. This will be about 10 seconds before we're alive. Alarak has to go down here and again protect the core, so at least this early advantage that we got is paying some dividends. I have a feeling we may blow this game, and this is kind of scary.
Defeat the Shrine's Guardians and let loose the Punisher upon our foe.
I got 2 seconds before I respawn. Samaro is doing work over here. We're gonna have to make a beeline for this if we want a chance to get it. Fortunately, I do have Ring of Frost up if we need to. So they're at 22.
Ring of Frost.
There we go, big explosion from Diva. That's gonna chase him away. Now it's still gonna be tight. Now here's where I'm gonna stasis. I didn't get any heals, unfortunately. 36, gonna be tight. 30, I think they're gonna get it. Yeah, they do. All right, and we're probably gonna lose the game now.
Heroes, an arcane punisher comes for you.
Maybe not. It's gonna be close. We're gonna kill a keep up here,
So cool when they explode like that.
so that's nice. We're gonna get some action over here. The Winions aren't going to kill the core though. Yeah, the Winions aren't gonna kill the core. What we have to be careful about is this here. We're gonna lose a keep, I believe. I don't think we can do anything about this. Our cooldowns are up. Maybe we can get some Winions going.
Oh no!
Here we go. Here.
Hey, they're attacking our core.
Okay. Gotta be close. When I spawn, I'm gonna have Ring of Frost up.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
It takes more than that to keep me down. On the way. You forced my hand.
Yep. And we lost it. We really just did a bad job. Yeah, we were rolling. That's how that game turns. We were rolling. We lost once. We got pushed way up near the keep, and that was kind of the end of that game. I thought this was going to be a stomp, and look what happened. We got too overly aggressive. Definitely got cocky. I got cocky a little bit. I don't know about the rest of the team. I don't really think any of these guys did all. I don't think, honestly, I would have voted for Varian. I don't think any of the enemy team did particularly well. We'll go with Probius. I don't know. I unloaded so much damage onto frickin' Varian, who is protected, which is just silly. But that's how that goes sometimes. Oh, look, I got a level. Woohoo. Not so great. I thought that was a good game. I guess I am mistaken. We'll hold off on the loot chest for a moment. Yeah, so I mean, this burst damage. Look at all the damage. Lots of burst damage. I died about as much. I mean, the first time near the keep, we definitely overextended there. I thought that was our team. I thought we'd actually pick those guys off, and I walked back that way. So that was me not being map aware. And the one time I used Ice Block too quickly, which probably could have saved me. We might have been able to get away with that time. The other time were just team fights. Man, I didn't realize Valera died 8 times. That's too bad. She did get 11 kills though, so that's solid. Yeah, they all died about an even number. You know, that one to me was all Varian. I dropped so much damage on him. It's unfortunate. Let's take a look at the talents real fast. We're going here. We've got Lingering Chill. Increase the chill duration from 4 to 6. I'm fine with this. Frost Armor was the way I went. Definitely. Alarak is auto attack. Samaro is auto attack. Freaking what's his name? Lucio. He's got his little dot auto attack. Everyone was auto attack damage basically here, or would be attacking. So I was fine with this. Level 7 Frostbitten, increase the damage bonus. All bursty burst. I am fine with this, even though we didn't capitalize on Ring of Frost as we could have. You know, this would have been great. I think, you know, maybe if I waited for Diva to do it first. I think also, me personally, I used Ring of Frost and then immediately dropped my Blizzard on top of Varian, who is protected, and then it didn't do a damn thing. So, poo on me for that, but this was solid. Level 13 Stormfront. You know, could have changed this up. You know, I think I'm okay with it as the way it was. I really just wanted to keep my distance from these two guys here. I just wanted to keep my distance from everyone, so I'm okay with it. Maybe there are better choices. That's kind of the way I went. 16 Northern Exposure. This one is again kind of a no-brainer here. And 20 was improved Ice Block. So that is Jaina in a nutshell. You saw the damage that she can do. Oh, look, it's a rare chest. How about that? You saw the damage that she can do when she gets in the combos and she can unload on everybody and do work like that. You also saw how squishy she is once she unloads and then she's in the middle of the enemy team. At that last team fight, you know, I moved in, I dropped my Ring of Frost, I moved in, I unloaded all my spells, and then it's just kind of like, well, man, now what do I do? Now I've got to back off, and I was kind of screwed at that point because I was hoping that I would kill people rather than be within the enemy team. So there's Jaina. I thought that was a good game. We choked it away. That's a game that I'm not. I mean, I'm sad that I lost, but I'm not salty about. We had our opportunities. We probably could have put our foot down a little bit earlier, but c'est la vie. And anyhow, my name is Conman. I will put the talent build, there's the word I'm looking for. I'll put the talent build up on Heroes Hearth as I usually do. Feel free to, you know, do the usual thing, do the comment thing, hit the like button, subscribe, all that nonsense. If you're into it, I appreciate it. And I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.